Looks like keeps.
Alright.
Alright guys, so we're here in our semi-final round of coverage. Tonight's Friday Night Magic Standard Tournament from Lost Legion. On the left, you got Casey Skibbe piloting a Jund mid-range deck against Jonathan Wright, who's on stock mono blue Devotion. In the other semifinal, we've got Joseph Geel's mono red Blitz deck facing off against Colossal Gruul from Alec Myers. So 4 different archetypes in tonight's top 4. So a turn 1 Judge's Familiar into a turn 2 Frostburn Weird. Jonathan's just going to attack in and pump his Weird. Put some pressure on Casey early here. So Caryatid and Scavenging Ooze. I know Casey has a Dreadbore in his hand. He's going to use that to take out the Weird. You can eat it and serve in for 3 here. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. So go up to 13. Serve in for 3, put Jonathan down to 17, and stem the bleeding somewhat here. Rakdos returning Casey's hand could be pretty good. I'd forgotten about that card. He totally wrecked Drew Shure and the Swiss with it.
Is it the best card or the worst card in your deck?
Yeah, it is very polarizing. So serving in with the somewhat anemic Judge's Familiar. On 3 mana, so we didn't cast a 3-drop last turn, so we either don't have a Thassa or a Spectre, or did Jonathan just running out a Master of Waves just for 2 elemental tokens. And there's an ultimate price which is going to answer it. We're going to eat the Master and serve in for 4 here. For some reason I already have Jonathan's life total marked down. So Jonathan up against it here. It's clearly not on 3 drops, drawing a lot of land. The little bird that could, getting in there for 1 at a time. And there's a Nightfell Spectre off the top. So
we knew he didn't have the 3-drop because he pumped the Frostburn Weird.
Yep, he's doing that immediately, but missed on it for a couple turns there. I think Casey's just all removal.
That's why I call him Casey Removal Skibbe.
No one has ever called him that. So knocks Jonathan down to 8 here.
Yeah, takes 5, goes to 8. Skibbe should be at 14.
No, I think he's supposed to be at 13. They ticked it, the life total up.
Okay.
So if they missed the life total change, it was previously.
Yeah, this is not the Matt Costa deck.
Nope, this is Casey's own brew. It's just Jund all cards that cost more than X is what he said, basically. So another Master, this time for the same 2 elemental tokens, basically the same replay here, but it looks like Casey may have run out of removal. There is a Pelucranos, so there's removal for next turn. Then Casey choosing not to attack in here. At least forcing the chump from the Judge's Familiar, which would allow him to fire off that Rakdos return. But I guess he's planning on Monstrosing next turn anyway, so it's not going to make a lot of difference. But see if Jonathan can steal this one here. Looks like he's well behind. He's drawn 7 lands, which is great if you draw Cyclonic Rift, but poor in every other situation.
So Biden is a good card to have here. Nothing else really. Like Thassa won't have Devotion. Frostburn Weird is not going to be able to block profitably or trade. This is the part of the mono blue Devotion deck where you start drawing your Cloudfin Raptors and Judge's Familiars on turn 5.
Yeah, they're not good. Like, Devotion is a good mechanic. Thassa is an amazing card. Master of Waves against removal light opponents is very good. But it also has some just very bad cards you have to play. To be perfectly honest, Nightveil Spectres, if it wasn't for the fact that there is very little removal that kills it, since it breaks Ultimate Price and Doomblade.
There's Thassa.
Yeah, so we can make some stuff unblockable here if we want to. But, like, we're going to lose this race, right? Because we're losing our Master next turn, and it's not debatable.
Yeah, we're losing our board.
Well, he needs an extra land to be able to nuke the Judge's Familiar and the Master. But he's going to lose the Master regardless, and that might be enough. So we've got some mana. We can make a creature unblockable if we want to. Might as well make the Master unblockable since you're not going to be... It's going to die next turn. That's an inevitable fact. I think I would just make 2 creatures unblockable and just try to get the damage in. So a 5th land here in a monstrous activation is backbreaking. So we have a Dreadbore, so we don't even need to do that.
We can't Dreadbore the...
Oh, it's pro-red.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're just going to monstrous for 1. Kill the Master, and by result, the elemental tokens. Thassa is not active here, so we're going to serve in with a 6/6 and a 5/5.
That's good.
Well, we can chump with Mutavaults here and buy another draw step if we want to. I can't imagine a sequence of cards short of Cyclonic Rift, but Cyclonic Rift doesn't really answer anything either because he's just going to replay his board. I mean, it does buy you a lot of time, but it's by no means a direct solution to the situation.
He's also got Scavenger's activation he can get. I'm trying to figure out which creature to block. It's not really relevant as he's going to take 6 either way. We're double blocking the Polychronos. What?
What's the reason there? Is this a classic? Oh, because of the Master, it does 2 damage to him, and so the double block will kill the Polychronos.
Yeah.
So that's why he's doing it, because he's better at Magic than we are. Still going to take 5 from the Scavenging Ooze down to 3, and then Casey's going to play. Interesting, he didn't have the 5th land and just chose not to use it.
Well, the Judge's Familiar was tapped.
Yeah, but you can still get it off the board. I mean, the Rakdos Return is going to effectively kill him, but see, like, now it would have been able to kill him, but now he can sack the Judge's Familiar. He still needs the 5th land. I mean, he's still in a great spot. Like, obviously, it's not a bad situation, but just a different line of play.
Here's the 3rd Master. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3 tokens. End of turn, we're going to eat one of your Masters in your graveyard.
If he casts that, there it is. Yeah.
That'd be the game, guys.
Yep. Rakdos Return for 3. Drawing the extra land means that the Judge's Familiar can't.
You can hear the sourness.
What?
You don't hear the sourness coming from Jonathan, but you hear the reaction from Skibbe saying, I told you I had to. So the whinging from Jonathan right after the Rakdos Return, but...
Madam Jonas. Questionable language and topics. Almost every time he opens his mouth. So I see a couple forests, a Mistcutter Hydra. Looks like a Blood Crypt in Casey's opener, so we got to keep on his side. You can't see Jonathan's hand at all. So we lead off here in game 2. Jonathan with no 1-drop. Casey with
Mistcutter for 0.
Casey Skibbe with the Elvish Mystic here.
So is this going to be an offensive Mistcutter or a defensive Mistcutter?
I guess it just depends on what Jonathan plays here. Serve in, no blocks. Didn't play a Nightveil Spectre, which we want to try and murder if at all possible. So I see is that an Anger of the Gods? No, Mistcutter Hydra for 4? Get some. So Casey's just gonna race him. So there's no way Jonathan can get rid of that other than overloading Rift, right?
Yes. He can,
So it's a 5-turn clock by itself.
He can double, Rapid Hybridization, get 2 green beasts, get 2 green frog lizards, and double block.
Are they not blue as well?
No, they are green.
Okay.
Mono green. It's a mono blue spell that gives you a green creature. Simic.
So this is just an old-fashioned race. Jonathan just wants to put as much power as he can on board. Pray that his Spectre doesn't get crushed and try to win with Thassa or something, right? Plays a Mutavault rather than playing the Forest so that he can try to go big next turn.
This must be a Master.
Master is the play. Master is definitely the play. You're not going to win this game by playing for the long game.
Well, the Mutavault leads to Master too. Oh, nope.
Frostburn weird. So we're leaving open a Rift, or are we leaving up a blocker? Yeah, we're leaving up a blocker for the Hydra here. So if we have like
a double Mutavault also could kill the Hydra.
Does he have another Hydra? Rakdos, return.
X is 3.
For your hand. Gosh, how good is Rakdos return? Like, we just forgot about it because the old Jund deck isn't playable. Like, Jund was such a force, and that was such a good card.
You made I forgot. Don't want me in with you on this one. I've resolved it many times in this this format. Redirect the damage to your Planeswalker.
So good. You just haven't seen it a lot in. It was nowhere at the Pro Tour. It was very rarely being seen at the.
The deck that would have ran it was the red, white, black deck, and that deck did not do well at the Pro Tour.
What are we debating here? Or was this Jonathan debating what to do on his side? We're going to play the Forest here. What's the best draw here? Master? Thassa, probably. So you can attack in and get in for... Is the Frostburn activation a blue-red hybrid, or is it colorless?
It is blue-red.
So you can attack in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here if you want to, right? Seems good to me, right? Because Casey can't kill you on the way back.
Casey wanted to go to his draw step. Jonathan wanted to stay and declare blockers right now.
Oh, he's trying to reveal the Nightveil Spectre, so he's trying to wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 10.
There's a Rakdos Charm. That deals with your Bidens.
Yep, and it's also never dead because you can.
How
good is that? Good as Master of Ways.
Yeah, really. So, play your Master of Ways now, please.
Casey better at building his deck than we are about thinking about building his deck.
Put the Blood Crypt in the exile zone.
That's an Inked Playmats sponsored Blood Crypt. So puts Blood Crypt Chap, adds a pre-combat Scavenging Ooze for some reason. And then serves in with his Mistcutter Hydra here. Now Jonathan can jump with the Mutavault, and at some point he's going to have to do that. I'd be very concerned about going down to 5. Because another Rakdos return is not not out of the question. And just passes back here. So Jonathan with 1 card in his hand before the draw step, now with 2. Playing off the top at some point, thanks to a Rakdos return for his entire hand.
Well, yeah. I mean, unless you had a land in hand already, like your Mutavault's not going to get better. Like, you're not going to draw Master Waves plus a land to play and activate your Mutavault. So, questionable there whether he should have blocked with Mutavault.
I mean, I know Jonathan sides in. He sided in 2 copies of Dispel. That does not answer. I know Joe Lewis, who plays Blue-Green Devotion, plays Negate out of the board, but...
That does not answer anything that Casey Skibbe's played.
What? Dispel?
So far in this game, he hasn't played anything that it would have hit.
I think maybe, I guess he's expecting, like, Hero's Downfall. Like, there's just, like, a... There's a point at which you just assume that they always have some kind of instant speed removal, even if it's all sorcery speed.
So we get a red-green mana, and we're going to scry.
So we're almost able to cast our Rakdos Charm.
Yeah.
We have an end of turn here. We're going to eat a creature. Go up to 9.
What's the card you play at Nightveil Spectre? Yep.
There's an overgrown tomb tapped.
The blood crypt's doing the exiles. There he goes. Skibbe likes to play his lands on the other players' tables. Hang on, let me get up. I'm going to tap my blood crypt for a minute.
I think Casey has an Anger of the Gods in his hand. Why are we attacking with that elf?
Why are we attacking with that elf?
He's got an Anger of the Gods in his hand, so I guess what he's trying to do is trying to get him to block with one of the Frostburn weirds.
Yeah, and you also have to respect Gorklane Rampager. Like, it's not a card that you'd see in Jund typically, but
I guess there's a chance he could have it here. Plus, if he activates his Mutavault, he's going to get his Mutavault too. I mean, you're trading your whole board as well, except for the Scavenging Ooze. Like, you'll pump the Ooze to be big enough, and then
Cutter lives if he doesn't block with the Mutavault.
But if he blocks with the Mutavault, like, is this playing that good? You just leave with one Scavenging Ooze, and you have to kill your Mistcutter Hydra. If he blocks with the Mistcutter Hydra with any, well, yeah, he has to block the Mutavault. I'm living in a world where he could block it with a Frostburn Weird, which is clearly not the play that's allowed. There's an argument, I guess, to be made for doing nothing at this point, right? Now you kind of committed to doing that by attacking with the elf. Yeah, so he's going to get him with the Anger of the Gods here.
So that'll leave him with Scavenging Ooze versus a Frostburn Weird. Anger Gods.
Yep. And Jonathan's tapped out here, so he can't pump the backside on that Frostburn Weird.
Players getting it right. They are exiled.
Casey exiling them in another store.
Jonathan
draws a blue.
Exile his cards.
I just said Jonathan draws a blue off the top, so that's where this has gone to at 11:11 at night. Jonathan top decks an island. Can't imagine what that last card in his hand is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it's a Cyclonic Rift, then maybe next turn he can draw an answer here.
Rapid Hybridization really turns this game around.
Yeah, the Scavenging Ooze is only at 2 counters. It was 4 power, which I believe is why Casey got distracted there. But just passing back here. So Jonathan dead to a Rakdos Return, dead to a removal spell. Attack first. Mistcutter.
Barely knew yet.
Mistcutter for 5. Apparently attack with only the Mistcutter, and that's going to be good enough, so we'll see what the other semifinal is up to. As Casey Skibbe makes it to the finals, Casey likes to chop. If it's Alec, they'll chop. If it's Joseph, get ready for Mono Red versus something. Alright guys, Alec Myers is your winner in 3 games. Colossal Gruul taking out Mono Red, and he and Casey have decided to split the finals, so that's the end of the tournament for tonight. We appreciate you guys watching. We got the 300 there at the end. Some pretty good magic there at the end. So if you missed any of it, you want to go watch the archives, go to our YouTube channel at Zach Sells Magic, username on YouTube, and subscribe. All the stuff that we've ever recorded is up there, including Modern and Legacy from the last couple of weeks. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. I know there's a lot of you who haven't seen us before. Because of the holiday, you're checking things out, so we appreciate that. Make sure to follow us on our various forms of social media. Username is Zach Sells Magic on all of that, and hope to see you guys back here next week at 6:30 p.m. Eastern here in West Virginia. So from all the folks here at the stream in Lost Legion, from the Broom Closet, my name is Zachary Evans as always, and we will see you guys in a week's time. Take care.